Welcome back, fellow captains and survivors of the Archipelago. Wolf 190D here, and this is Captain's Log. Day, what are we on now? 5, 6, yes. Day 6 of the Captain's Log. We had just done day 5 previously. So, we're on our ship, and you know what? I'm really probably thinking on redesigning this dock here, because this is not going to work. It's not going to work. My ship keeps getting stuck inside the inlet. I thought it was kind of cool the way that it worked, and I didn't account for the way that the mechanics would do stuff like that. So yeah, I either need to redo my dock or just I don't know. My dock needs to be redone. Let's just put it that way. It's really not a good inlet for a dock anyhow. I mean, you could put just a regular single strand dock out here. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and do this for now. Oh great. Now I can't get at that one. Okay. No. Okay. Alright. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna summon my ship back out. That was just bonkers. All right, let's try this one more time. I really seem to be struggling with these this armored ground right now. The other good thing about the bigger boats is they go faster. They see farther, they move faster. And they actually can defend themselves. Which reminds me, actually. Okay, good. I did put that back in there. Okay, cool. Steel nails gives us a schematic for the combat repair kit. So good. We can build those now. Which is actually really good. It's nice to be able to build those. Though, quite frankly, I haven't found much of a necessity of building combat repair kits as of yet. Because I just find so many of them. You know, pretty much every ship you sink gives you one, and if you can sink 3 ships and use one, well, guess what? That puts you ahead of the game now, doesn't it? I mean, look, I've already got 4. Now, what's in the hold of this thing? Nothing right now, other than of course my my backup supplies. Curios. We got officers' notes. And you can read those if you really need to. There's another couple warships over there. 1 gunboat, 1 raider. Those guys are actually pretty easy to deal with. And I'll tell you what. In order to make our exploration of the island realistically more safe, we're going to go deal with these 2 pesky little ships. You pick those up. Oh look, sometimes those barrels actually have, so I like to pick them up just because sometimes those barrels actually have repair kits in them. He turned just right for that. Yeah, see, now we've got a little bit of firepower. Now we can actually hurt these guys instead of flailing around. There we go. Those shots are moving. There we go. Disabled the gunboat. Like I said, I'm not really keen on the idea of boarding right now, so let's just go ahead and sink it. Take the spoils and move on with our lives. Ooh, there's a Blackbeard cat. Level 1. And the raider is down. Down goes Raider. Down goes Raider. Good for days, gang. Try to keep up. Actually, that's the Blackbeard catch that I needed to sink. And I don't know, maybe one day if anybody's keen on it, if anybody out there is keen on it and wants to do a co-op live stream, let me know. I'd actually be really keen on doing that with somebody else because that sounds like fun, you know, another fellow streamer, and then we can both have a good old time. I've done a few live streams with my buddy Tycho, but he doesn't. He's not a streamer himself. So I don't know. Anybody wants to get together and I don't know, start up a little adventure here in the archipelago with me. Let me know. Leave me a comment or something. Message me. I don't know. Whatever works. Yeah, I'm used to killing those guys. With my other guy, I'm used to killing those things with a single swing, pretty much. Now, that does bring a point of clarity, by the way. And I have been testing this, and I don't know if I've mentioned it before or not, but I have been testing this. The gear level is much more important for doing damage than your stat level. Which is why, if you noticed in previous episodes, my stats, I don't have anything invested in any of my combat stats. It's all in vitality. It's all in vitality and vitality and endurance right now. And I think I put 1 point of mastery last time. Which there again, I'm really trying to booger this up, aren't I? I'm really trying really hard to booger this up. I'm gonna go down in there and take on these drowned people that have been giving me so much trouble and so many headaches without padding my stats, as it were. It's not really padding your stats. It's just, you know, it's making and there again, I know there's a complaint right now about there not being starvation in a survival game. Well, not eating does other things that I haven't noticed, and this is really interesting actually. Other games don't penalize you for being. They just hurt your health. They don't penalize you though. It makes you a much less competent fighter if you're starving, if you're hungry. You lack energy. You lack vitality, and so it's not starvation technically speaking, but it does affect what you can or can't do. It does affect that. Oof. Okay. I need to get set. I need to get set. Stop chasing me! See? You can just dodge these guys. If you're ready for the fight, you can manage. Okay? It also helps that respawning, they don't regain any health. Bosses do. Bosses do. But they don't regain any health. Oh my. A stone pickaxe. Okay, is there anything else in this? No. I mean, I guess I could just activate my lamp. Okay, there's nothing else in here. It's really this is the cave that's literally just 3 chests and kind of a swarm of the drowned, and that's it. That's all there is to this one. There's no need to come back here. Now, remember that savage boar is out here somewhere. Do I want to try to take that big pig on? Do I want to try to take that tubby bastard on? Do I really want to try that? Sure. Let's see what we can do. These guys are a little wild. All right. Ow. Ow. Okay. Yep. Yep. Well, I had to do it, but we're here, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, we got him that time. But there again, I failed miserably on the first attempt. Actually, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I got him down more than half, so... okay. Live and learn. I need more... It's just telling me that I need more defense. That's all. I just need more defense. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and break down this camp. We don't need this camp anymore. We're going to remove this camp. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. And then, let me see here. I want to go over there and check out that other shipwreck. So where's our boat? Do I really want to go mess with those crabs? Not really. And I'm gonna be extremely lazy. I know. I'm gonna swim my boat from like 10 feet. Okay. Or my ship rather. The Bounty. The HMS Bounty. Anybody remember which one that was? Mel Gibson, Anthony Hopkins. It's not just a movie. It's actually a book, novel, very old novel. It's about it's about some people who were going out into the Pacific Islands looking for breadfruit, and the crew basically has enough of what goes on in the voyage and they mutiny. Hence the title, Mutiny on the HMS Bounty. Kind of cool, you know. It's an old school survival story set in a similar time period. You know, guy stranded on a deserted island all by himself, trying to survive. I am my own ammunition, by the way. Okay, we're all right now. He got me. Hard thing about these guys are tough in groups. At least early. At least early. Oh my. Okay. Alright, let's just whittle him down. I'm gonna whittle him down, that's all. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Keep that starred one in the back if we can. Alright, now we can focus all our attention on this little cupcake. Come on, cupcake. That's right, cupcake. Okay. Actually, from those of you from the right part of the states, yes, crab cakes. Okay, let's see here. Old shipwreckage, yeah. Okay, we didn't really need to do that actually, but alright. So, here's what we'll do. And I needed to do this before I jumped onto this island anyway, and I knew that, but alright. Let's see here. Plant fiber and wood I'm actually going to hold on to. That I'm gonna open up and see if there's any pearls in it. Shrub seeds? Blah. Who needs them? Who needs shrub seeds? I mean, they might serve a purpose. They might serve a purpose if they were more productive than regular shrubs, but they're not. You only get one plant fiber per plant, and it becomes really tedious trying to plant those things all the time. So, I can honestly say I'm not a fan of the shrub seeds, or as of yet the palm seeds. Planting trees really doesn't. It's not efficient, guys. And yeah, it's nice, and I've found, or at least I've thought about one instance where it might be good is on one of your mines. You know, if you were to put it on one of your mines, because all the other trees are gone, maybe it would be good. But honestly, the early farming, it's pointless. That's just my 2 cents. Disagree with me if you want. Hey, let's get a discussion going. Maybe they've made some changes because I haven't been keen on discovering those. I'm gonna run around here. Yep. Oof. And that does actually hurt your ship. So you know, be aware of doing stuff like that. Just be aware of doing stuff like that. All right, so this is a completely new, fresh island. We don't have anything explored over here yet. There's a clay pit right there. This island over here, we ran all over the place. But this island is completely unexplored. Now, this other island might actually make an interesting... This would actually make for an interesting base. Maybe. But here's what I do want to do. First things first. When landing on a new island, sometimes it is highly advisable to prevent frustration, among other things. Just go ahead and put a tent down and then mark your points. Don't do what I do and forget all the time. Alright, we got a coastal dodo up ahead. Okay. Get a clay pit over here. That's actually nice to know that there's a clay pit here. Clay does become really important later when you start getting into potion making because you need those clay bottles. You need lots and lots of clay bottles. And actually, I would recommend hiring that, is it Rosalinda Mercer or Rosamund Mercer? It's one of those two, over there in Tortuga, because she, flat rate, doubles. She flat out doubles your bottle production. Oh, that is what I did not want. That is what I did not want. That is what I did not want. Oh, God. Crap. Ow. Ouch. Yep, that's gonna hurt. Okay, let's get out of here. Drink a health potion real quick. Get away from me, big pig. Big pig, get away from me. Ah, wow, that sucks. I tried the flying leap attack, and that did not work out at all, did it? Yeah, try not to run straight away, especially the charging board. Oh my goodness. Where did he come from? See what I mean, though? About running in a straight line? I didn't know where he was. These are going to be tough missions, especially because I'm not armored up. Maybe what I ought to be doing is building better clothes. I don't have those right now. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up here Oh no, if I can. If I can. Whew. Okay. Stamina, man. Stamina becomes really important. And again, I charged off into battle without padding my stats. I'm not taking care of business. Okay. Glorious Hunters. This is a really good quest line to get in on. It gives you the Buccaneers' friend at the end of it. And how do I want to do this? Maybe I'll have to come back to it later. I don't know. Oh, okay. I do have two pieces of the filibuster set. Do I really want to tangle with this savage boar anymore? Not really. I really don't. I really don't want to have to mess with this guy anymore. I really don't. Uh-oh, he's mad. Okay, he tried it. Take your hits in where you can get them, right? Ow. Yeah, he hurts too. Okay, good. We were able to get in and finish him. All right. Because I did not want to take off and leave this. You know, there's stuff to look at here. There were these hunters here, but apparently things didn't go over so well for them, and that giant pig there did a number on them. Let me go ahead and put this in here. Ah, there it is. Okay. Here's what we do. Bust your way in here. Okay, there's a supply crate. Oh, look, another fast travel bell. And then there is a button right here on the wall. Push that, and it opens up that chest. Right, and that completes that one. Thankfully, this was actually this is actually the hardest of these. These which one is this? Glorious Hunters. I'm gonna go ahead and track this one for now, because this is the one I would like to focus on. The Buccaneers' friend is a really good musket. It has 0 spread when you're standing still. So there again, it's kind of a perfect sniping weapon. Whacked him. Ow. Now watch me get killed by these two sows. Ow. The visuals, the visual targeting maybe needs to be improved, because it gets really difficult. I mean, third person, it becomes really difficult to like track a pig that's through on the other side of that tree and watch what they're doing. More often than not, you can figure out, okay, this is what's about to happen, because they're rearing for an attack, or they're backing up to set up for a charge. You know, the charging boars do that, certainly. So I don't know, something maybe a little different needs to be done with the tracking, but you know, and it's partly because it's third person. And then, you know, that was actually kind of dangerous what I did there. It was certainly foolhardy. Okay. That there's a sow, there's a boar. There's 2 sows and a boar. Okay. Okay, good. We were able to pull the sows. And see, there again, you want to approach, and what I like to do in situations like this, especially where I'm outnumbered, is try to figure on eliminating the weakest threats first, and then deal with the bigger guy, because then you can focus all your attention on this little fruit cup. Ow, he caught me. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and set a torch in here. Shabby desk. Leave. There's a chest over here in the corner. Oh, look at that, a 2-handed sword. Okay. For me, that's just more copper. Oh, there's still one more chest in here. And there it is. A broken musket. Look at that. Miscellaneous legendary. Alright, and then another 50 XP for fully exploring this little thing here. Alright. Excuse me. Survivors, flagpoles, and food preparations. Hey, you know, all these things to make your base more comfortable. Go ahead and go for it. I really do recommend it. But like I said, I'm looking for a better place to actually build a base. So right now, the one that I've got, it's just a temporary joint. There is going to be, there we go. One more Buccaneers, oh good grief. Traces of the Buccaneers, that's it. Thank you. The glorious hunters, that is. And I probably will have to come back and more thoroughly explore some of these islands at another point, because like I've pointed out, I have a peculiar set on this, and it's not so much that it's peculiar. It's just I don't know. I'm trying to give people a feel for it if they want. I'm trying to be a little bit more maybe realistic with it, where I don't have all of the points of interest on an island pre-marked out for me. Now, charging boars, if you're gutsy enough for it, and as I just kind of demonstrated, charging boars are actually really easily dealt with if you just keep them close. There we go. Now we got a musket. Okay. Now we got an actual musket. I'm gonna go ahead and put that, because I personally like muskets. I like the range, and they do actually quite a bit of they actually do quite a bit of damage. So helpful item to have. By no means do you have to use one, right? Ooh, what's that? That's an elixir of precision. I've got a single rock here. I'm gonna drop that so I can grab this homemade gunpowder. And wow, we're actually practically full up. So, give you an idea. The musket, dial in on the head, critical shot. Look at that, half of his health is gone. Yeah, we just obliterated him pretty easily, didn't we? Or rather, me. Y'all are watching. So let's be real. I obliterated him rather easily. There's one more chest in this area, and I can never remember where this one is. No, it's not here. It's not this old skeleton. Sometimes those old skeletons, though, are... oh, that's right. Okay. You have to go up top. Jump over that, and it's the old skeleton that's hiding up here. You get a torn hat and a missing letter or something like that. put to journal. And then what you have to do, and this is nice. It's nice to do this too because then it gives you it pinpoints you the location of the Buccaneers, right? So we have to go all the way over there to find the Buccaneers, which that's actually not hateful. But anyway, that does it for the Glorious Hunters. Really, the difficult part of it. The other part of it is just sail across and go find the Buccaneers. Even if you're as I've kind of shown, even if you're not, even if you're playing on the immersive exploration mode, it's still going to give you the quest marker. Bad dodo. Bad dodo. Another Azure dodo. Okay, so some more chicken. Ow, I walked right into that, didn't I? Good grief. That would have been embarrassing. Well, now we know why the dodo went extinct, because I'm hungry. Matter of fact, old George Carlin used to talk about that kind of stuff. We kill for a lot of reasons, don't we? Chickens and pigs, because we're hungry. Rats and termites, because they're pests. You know, deer and buffalo, because it's fun. And the best one though is people. We kill people too. Why? Because they're pests. And it's fun. Not that I'm advocating killing people, guys. Come on. But you know, stop and think about it a moment before you get your feelings hurt. Stop and think about it a moment. Just stop and think about it. That's all I'm asking. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna get my boat. I'm gonna get on my boat. Actually, this is the bounty. The boat is the little thing. This is more of a ship. Daddy, it's a ship.
Helm's yours, Captain.
Anybody remember that scene from that early scene from Titanic? No, nobody remembers that one. Okay, too bad. Oh, I can put that gunpowder in here too. Good. Reserve gunpowder. Reserve gunpowder is always good. Keep your powder dry. That's not copyright infringement on the game. That's a common phrase. All right, I'm just going to sail around this island and go right after Buddy Boy's ship. Yes, Blackbeard is my homeboy. Aha, aha, ha, ha. Not really. Bastard tried to kill me. We need to go deal with that. Wait, is this thing all by itself? Oh, if this thing is all by itself at level 1, then this is going to be cookies, guys, because we've got level 5 gun and armor. Cookies! I'm going to go grab this barrel real quick. And there you go. See, steel nails, piastre, and I think it looked like some more wood. Well, wood is very important to your boat. You need wood to help it float. That was a little poem. A little poem I devised just for you. There again, the targeting does leave a little bit to be... I mean, come on, can we do something about that spar? Because that makes it really difficult when you're heading directly at a ship. Oh yeah, there's 2 forward cannons to freaking rip this thing. Anybody know if there's a way to like single fire cannons? Alright, we just disabled him, and I think the idea is to sink this little tub. Tub of you-know-what. I'm just gonna sink it. Like I said, I don't have faith in my boarding ability right now because I have no boarding equipment for my crew. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go on back to base real quick. Let's go back to port real quick. We need to empty the ship. So we'll fast travel. And see, fast traveling from the ship makes sense because you're on the ship. But fast traveling to, what are you going to do? Write a message in a bottle and on the offhand chance that it's going to get to your boat and your crew. Hey guys, come pick me up. You know, understand what I'm trying to say here? Anyway, it is. It's just a thought. It's a thought. It's commentary on the way things work. Okay. I'm not trying to justify it, and please, please don't burst a blood vessel over the whole thing. It's not that important. It's a thought. It's a thought. It's a rationalization. Can we not think beyond, the limits of our own scope for something? Are we not capable of that anymore as a people? Because if we are, man, what a drag. Where was I putting health potions? I'll put spare health potions in there with that. Okay, that's fine. Elixir of precision. Good grief. I think shot was going in here, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And I'll put, I don't know. I really need to find a better place for a base because this ramshackle thing, it's not going to work out much longer. Okay, what are my clothes at? Okay, there's that curie. What are my clothes at? The hat's at 3, the gloves are at 2. And my boots are at level 3, right? No, I know what I want to do with the influx of more boarhide. And this isn't something I typically would go for, but with the influx of more boarhide, I'm going to go ahead and craft some boarding gear, and I'm going to get that upgraded as well. Short, just a little bit more rough hide. But now we can practice some boarding action, right? Now we can practice on some boarding action. And there's still one slot for a naval text. Ooh, the elixir of cruelty. I like having those handy. I really do. Okay. Oh, nope, I don't want to bring those. I want to leave those on the boat. Bottom line stays on the boat. And I keep calling it a boat. Maybe I shouldn't. Warhead can go in there. That can go in there. Anything that I sell off to other factions, I tend to keep on the dock because you don't use it for anything else. Steel nails, planks, piastre, and silver. Silver and gold ingots, pretty straightforward. You use those to upgrade jewelry. They really have no value as far as currency is concerned. Oddly, and maybe we'll get around to that at some point where they'll actually have a usage for that, for like they'll have some kind of monetary value attached to them. Maybe. Though I can upgrade my gloves twice, looks like. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my gloves a little bit more. That'll give me, what, 160 defense. So, we've exhausted our supply of rough hides. That's okay. That's fine. What do I want to do next, though? Do I want to try to sail out to the Buccaneers and turn that in? Or do I want to explore this area some more? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sail out to the Buccaneers with the time that's remaining for the captain's log today, which is going to be 15, 20 minutes, give or take. Let me see here. Ship's fully repaired. She's somewhat fully stocked. I still don't have reserved food on it yet, but that's okay. Do we really need to do that? Not right at the moment. Right at the moment, we're just worried about getting around and figuring some stuff out. And apparently there's a couple of gunboats over that way, but we're not going that way. We're going that way. All right. So let's get to it. So, as always, planning ahead. There's going to be a couple more ship variants right now, and again, there's those. I don't even know what to call them. The little crybabies. There's those little crybabies out there. Oh, there's not enough variety of ships in the game. Oh boy, what do you do with people like that? You get 3 ships, and you get 3 variants of each of those kinds of ships. What you want? You want 20, 25 different ships with 15 variants? Go play naval action. Okay, go play naval action. That game is already launched. They got stuff. You even have to buy some of the variants of ships in that game. So hey, go play naval action if you want more of a variety of ships. Quite frankly, pirates never took to using ships of the line. Why? Too big, too slow. Right? Yes, Blackbeard drove around in a frigate, but that was Blackbeard. Okay? Or was it a third rate? You know, no, I'm pretty sure the Queen Anne's Revenge, as I recall anyway. I could be wrong. Hey, let's spark up a debate. Pretty sure Blackbeard cruised around in a frigate, though. And there again, frigates, not the biggest ships on the sea, guys. But, you know, if they do provide the option down the road, and there are miniatures that suggest that there will be more variety of ships. Because there is a quest line that gives you the cutter model. It's a cutter, which is a very small ship. It's smaller than the Ketch here. The cutter was a single-mast ship. The cutter only had 1 mast, guys. So you wanna cry about how small and insignificant the boats feel? Well, go drive around in a cutter. Okay, just go drive around in a cutter. But seriously, Black Flag, probably, I do believe it is, and people are accurate when they say this, that it is the most popular pirate game to date. You only had 1 ship in that. And yes, I was a little disappointed that you only had 1 ship in that, but still, fun game, good game, great concept. People loved it, right? So quit your, you know what, all right, about having access to 3 whole ships. Play around with them. Get used to, I don't know. Find something else to complain. Go play a different game. You want more variety? Go play naval action. Then you can complain about how hard that is. Because in naval action, you got to control your sails too. I know, I've been there. Now this looks like an interesting island. This looks like an interesting place. And it's in open waters. And it's got a nice little harbor here. It's shallow, but it's a harbor nonetheless. It's protected on one side by rocks. It's got a rock jetty. Oh, I might be able to do something with that. Though those islands, at least as I've seen so far, these kinds of islands typically have a buried Blackbeard treasure on them. So sadly, there's nothing you can do with the skeleton that marks the place where the treasure is. And actually, I could get on that island and run around. I mean, I don't have the treasure. I don't have the treasure map. I could get out and get on that island and take a look around and look for a skeleton leaned up against a rock or a tree stump or something like that. And you don't have to have access to Blackbeard's treasures to find the treasures. If you stumble on them, that's kind of the cool thing about it. If you stumble on them, they're there. They are there. So if you stumble on them, dig them up. You don't have to have the map to say, oh, there's a buried treasure here. No, there is a buried treasure there. If you stumble on it, great. You don't need the map. Yeah, like those guys who find shipwrecks, you know, or how a lot of dinosaurs have been discovered, right? There's just people out doing something and they stumble on something because it's there, right? Anyway, we're gonna go introduce ourselves to Henry Boucher of the Buccaneers, and give him the bad news about his brother.
Now, lads!
Oops, nope, can't do that, sorry. Uh-oh, we're having to go through Blackbeard waters to get to the Buccaneers. I'm not sure how much I like that. What's that over there? What is that over here? Is that Tortuga? No, it can't be Tortuga. Is that the Brotherhood? Or the Brethren, rather? The Brethren of the Coast? I don't know, let's take a look at... Let's go over here real quick and take a look at that. Because I still don't see... It says the Buccaneers are all the way over here. Okay, great. Oh, that's a... Wow. That's a fleet of nothing but haulers. Okay, well, what I'm going to try to do is, once again, I'm going to try to skirt that. So, now we've got ships over here, too. So, this is going to get really interesting. Here's another interesting island, though. There appears to be a shipwreck on it. Uh-oh. This could get dicey, guys. All right. Forget about it. We're committed to this course of action. We've got 5 5s, so we've got 5 cannon. We've got level 5 cannon and level 5 armor. Let's go see how we deal with this. They're not specialized cannon, but they'll do the job. But these are 5s, and they're all 3 haulers. Haulers tend to be a lot more tough. Haulers tend to be real tough. They tend to have a larger hit pool. They don't do as much damage, but they're more robust. Thankfully, we are in the balanced alliance of catch. So we're just gonna have to practice our gunnery skills and hope they're up to scratch. Repair kit did just what it was supposed to do. All right. I mean, the particle effects are really good on the ships. And look, the mast is chipped up and stuff. I mean, there again, yeah, it's not perfect, guys. It's not perfect. It doesn't show gaping holes in your ship's hull. Don't look for that. It doesn't show it. And I mistaken him for the wrong guy. I thought he was turning away. Ah, a little late on my shot. This might not go well. We might be visiting Davy Jones here, folks. Nope, one down. All right, Combat 101. When you're engaging multiple ships, try to eliminate one. Try to go for the elimination first. Don't worry about sinking it until you're in the clear. Pay attention to where your opponents are at all times. Keep an eye on your health. It's a lot to manage. It is a lot to manage. I'll grant you that. It's a lot to manage. But go for the elimination. See, when you knock down their health enough, they become incapacitated. Go for that first. There we go. Two down. Now the odds are in our favor. All right. Now we got him. Thing. Yeah, we got plenty of repair kits. Plenty of repair kits. There we go. Alright, so we've only got level 4 boarding. So there again, I'm really debating right now. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk a boarding action right now. I'm just going to sink them and move on with my day. See guys, sometimes it's a matter of don't get greedy. I've literally been in these situations where I get greedy. And I mess up, I get stuck in a boarding action, my crew, you know, gets their tails handed to them, and then I'm all by myself. Don't get greedy. It's real simple, just don't get greedy. See, and now we're stocking up on more shipboard supplies, combat repair, you know, we're getting a bunch of insignias too, which is going to be something very helpful down the road. All right? We have range on that. We do have range. I overshot that actually. Actually overshot that. Okay, we'll finish him off and we'll get the heck up out of Dodge here. Let's go. All right, I'm going to get to the Buccaneers. That's probably going to be a good spot to call it for day 6 here. Yeah, I think what folks have to understand is all these little things they want to put in, like an interactive crew, or the ability to build on your ship, or all the, it's code, guys, and it's going to make the game bigger. Right now, the game is actually at a manageable size for pretty much any computer system. Any computer system nowadays, you can run this, no problem. It's like a 20 gigabyte file install. That's not crazy. That's not huge. That's not out of control. Man, 20 gigabytes. That's does anybody remember back when game installs were like in the kilobytes? Games that you ran off of like 5 1/4, 5. There was no space requirement because the entire game ran just off of a disk. Anybody remember that? Man. Okay, we're going to come over here and introduce ourselves to the Brethren of the Coast and say, hey, Henri, sorry, buddy, but I found all this stuff. I found all this stuff. It looks like it belonged to your brother. Bad news for you, buddy. This might have been a really bad spot to jump off of the ship. Yeah, it's actually really close to being a bad spot. Word to the wise, if your stamina runs out while you're swimming, you will start to drown. Okay, so there's the fast travel point. And let's go talk to Mr. Boucher.
Keep your powder dry.
Okay. So we got that.
Don't like to wander alone.
We don't have any of the stuff on me. I don't think I have any stuff
Built
on
for
me
the
right now.
wilds, not
But
parades.
you can come to these folks and buy stuff. Filibuster's jacket, actually, I might need to buy that sooner rather than later. And the Filibuster's pants actually will give me the rounded out Filibuster's thing for now. Other than the boots, I'd have to find the boots.
Strong
I
hands
don't like
need
the
strong
Filibuster
gear.
hat. The Filibuster hat is crap. Now, the Buccaneers, too, is where you go to buy cannon. Your ship. But anyway. Yep. We are at about time, folks. So, as always, hopefully you're enjoying the content, you're enjoying the story. Be sure to like, subscribe, you know, please, it does help the channel out. And, you know, also feel free to get conversation going. I know this game is kind of a hot topic issue right now, so wouldn't hurt to get us a little conversation going. Please, out of respect, keep your comments constructive. Okay, that's all I ask. But there again, I'm no censor, so hey, if you feel like running your mouth and being really, crass or derogatory, whatever, well, we can deal with that as we go. I know YouTube has their certain guidelines. But anyway, guys, this is Wolf190D signing off.